Final bans coming out now for both teams.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I'm really interested to see how this game goes because last game, I mean, if you weren't there to watch last game, at 20 minutes in, EVOS looks like they were about to take their own. They're about to take a tier 3. That's how far ahead they were. They were at a 7.5k net worth lead. They were at the tier 3 knocking, but they ended up backing off. They weren't feeling confident about it. And then we end up being at the 90-minute mark, where Young Minds end up winning a team fight, and then and making them die back, and essentially winning the whole game.
Dire team pick.
It was an extremely... I don't think anybody watching expected that to happen. Great game. I've got to give it that. And no, we're not trying to offend anyone in Young Minds here. It's just a new team against Team EVOS, who are a pretty established team in the C region. I mean, this could be another big team. This Young Minds team. Like, I mean, this could be one of the big teams coming out of C this year. You just never know. If they continue to play like that, our second series was meant to be starting in about 20 minutes as well. But it looks like that's going to be somewhat delayed at this point. But luckily, at the very least, it means there's no breaks in between the series. Although poor Young Minds, they have to go straight. They're playing in the second series against Happy Feet. So they're going to go from EVOS to Happy Feet straight after this game. There'll be really no break time for them. Which might be good news for Happy Feet at the end of the day, because that'll mean they get a really exhausted Young Minds. Or alternatively, it could mean that Young Minds are on a they got the momentum going. See the Tidehunter final pickup from EVOS.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And the Lone Druid comes out from Young Might. That is, that's not a hero you see every day anymore. And Payson will be picking that one up, so it'll be a carry Lone Druid. This is extremely interesting. A lot of push potential, a lot of team fight from Young Minds, and I mean, EVOS, they're going to have to be somewhat careful because you don't see a Lone Druid anymore in the, you don't really see him anymore in the pro scene. He was popular for a bit once he got those amazing buffs with the talons, but then he kind of disappeared because he got a few nerfs. That bear is extremely strong though. And we will go into game 2. Let's call out some players and some drafts and see what the hell is going on in this game. So, on the side of the ready, Young Minds again will be there. Keys will be on the Kunkka. We have a Venomancer being played by Cox. So we'll be a mid-Veno. It will not be the puck Cox on the puck, I should say. Very interesting indeed. We have Lass, he's on the position for AA. Lone Druid will be played by Payson, of course. And finally, it's an off-lane EA on the puck. After such a strong performance, you would think they would have given Cox the puck again, but no, they want him on the offlane this time around. EVOS, I would call out their names, but it looks like they're going to go for a bit of a gank here. Leisu, they see Lass. The smoke has not broken yet. They're going to turn around. Lass. He's actually juked them without knowing, it looks like. Now he knows. Can they get him? The gush is there. There is... Yeah, no, they've got him. The kinetic field is there as well. That should be enough. He's stuck in the trees. He can't really get out. Or can he? No, he can't. The void is there as well. They will freeze up the ember, but the first blood will go to sufficient. And that's an extremely good start, of course, for the side of EVOS. Meanwhile, EA, seeing what's going on, goes straight after the Fee Boy and deals a lot of damage to him as well.
The battle begins.
Fee will try to go for that bounty, and he will get it. And the torrent kicked in as well, but the Fee, he might just drop here, and he will. There's no Sakuchi available. So he got the bounty room, but he gave his life away. So 1-1 before the minute mark. Looks like Avil will be on that offlane Tidehunter this time around. Leisu will be on the Night Stalker roaming. Luck will be on that Disruptor. In fact, he's being chased up. The Torrent is going to connect and Cox is there. He does have the Poison Sting, but no Gale available. He gets voided up as well, so he can't reach to get those right clicks and slow him down. And Luck is still being chased up right now. The Torrent is up in a few seconds. And he's got to go for a... Well, he's got to predict it pretty good. Keys, where are you going to throw it, buddy? Kinetic Field comes out. Does not end up throwing it quite yet. Now the Torrent, he does connect with it. And he might just find a kill here on Luck. The Orb comes in as well from EA. And he'll get the kill himself.
What ingratitude.
What a play coming out from Young Minds. This team continues to surprise me every single time. And I'll tell you what, at this point, you'd be pretty happy if you bet on them. Because they've got some pretty big odds. Leisu, he's being chased up now, Payson. With that bear as well, but there's no route available on the bear quite yet. Actually, is efficient? Takes down Cox the mid lane by himself. So with that level 2 chains and the level 1 flame guard, we'll do the job. Two to two, but this does look like it's going to be an action-packed game. Leisu steals himself a bounty rune. Going to be trying to get those levels quickly before that nighttime hits, as we saw last game. Avil doesn't really look like he's in too much danger. He has so many darn tangos to go through. Unfortunately for him, he did have to level up Gush at level 1 to get the first blood.
That was a bird.
You really don't want to have to level that up early. You want to just go for the Anchor Smash and the Kraken Shell.
Oh, bounty!
Payson, waiting for that bear to get the entangle. But if it's at level 3, he gets it. Oh, he might go down here. The Torrent does connect with the X, the Orb as well, but his Sakuchi's out. That is one of the positives about the Weaver, of course. You do always have that Sakuchi available, especially at the higher levels. And it will mean you can really escape any situation. Avil now almost gets the bear, but the cold feet is there. Lass could be in trouble, but no, he won't be. Lassu will just back off. Avil again coming in pretty deep just for the Anchor Smash. Don't forget, it does affect that bear as well. So Anchor Smashing the bear is definitely worth. It doesn't deal nearly as much damage as it could. We see he's efficient mid lane. He's definitely winning the lane by quite a lot. He's got a lot more last hits. Denying much better. And he got a kill on Cox. It will hit nighttime now. We'll have to see what Leisu can pull out the bag. He's only level 2, but that should be just enough. One kill would get him to level 3. And that's where things start getting a bit silly. So they want to go for the AA, and Lass, he's being very careful about this. Gush will connect Avil. He will go in, and Leisu is running in as well. Are they going to dive? No, Leisu gets blocked off by a range creep from the Radiant, and that's a bit of a shame.
Of double damage.
A prize.
Mid lane. They are having to go onto the Venomancer, and it's just the Ember Spirit at this point, but he does do so much damage. Flame Guard is level 3, and it is a lot of damage per second. In fact, it's 50. Not to mention the chains, of course. 60 damage per second.
Bounty.
Payson might get ganked up here. Leisu's coming in. Almost level 3. Payson, he's going to run back up, and this could be it. Avil getting ready for it. No, they don't actually make the dive. Now Leisu, he shows himself. They do go in with the Void. Payson, is he going to survive? Yes, he will. The Roar was there. And that'll stop everything from occurring. They really needed that level 3 available. Leisu comes back in, wants to go on Lass. No, in fact, they'll go on Payson again. I don't think the Roar's available. No, it's not. They get the kill. Now Leisu might end up dropping just to Lass, although he does have a very high regen and a high armor, and he will survive through the hits of Lass, and they'll get a massive kill on the Lone Druid.
Gold for my chest.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The flames rush forth.
Things slowing down again on the map. EA, Keys, they're going to try and find a kill the top lane. The Fee-Boy, he might be in trouble here. But they need to really silence him. The Sakuchi was already used. Now the Torrent, and it should be enough actually. Fee, will he drop? No, he had the wand. It'll do the job. No, he will go down. EA will get the last hit. Now Luck trying to get a return kill, but he might just die for this. Torrent up in a second. They want to keep going. It looks like they will have to predict this Torrent. Orb does end up missing. EA might be in trouble now. Is still juking around. The Torrent did end up missing at the end of the day. Meanwhile, mid lane, it looks like they'll have a go here on the Venomancer. The Remnant's sufficient. Can he finish it fast enough? It looks like he might just be able to. The Cox might get a return kill. No, he won't for the time being. Now Lass will be the target, and it looks like he will go down. It'll be a double for sufficient. Unfortunately, he has no way out. No, the Fairy Fire. It will not be enough, but he will get a massive double kill. And I'm sure that'll make him happy enough for the time being.
Sustains gold.
Avil dealing so much damage. He wants to take out the bear. He commits the Ravage and gets it. And believe it or not, guys, that's definitely worth 300 gold for that bear. At this early, this early on, 100% worth to use that Ravage. If you know you can get the bear kill. Not to mention, if you kill Payson now, his bear's going to be on cooldown for 2 minutes. Which basically makes Lone Druid useless at this stage of the game.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
But Abil's going to be very happy with his decision, I'm sure. Even finds himself a refresher room, but he won't use it. Let Sufficient have it because he has a bottle on him. But might just bottle his friend up. Bot lane. We have 3 from Young Minds.
By my side, I'll be an ancient patience.
Radiant are scanning.
Good scan coming out from Young Minds as well. They're aware of where the EVOS are. lane. The Fee Boy gets caught up. He might be in trouble here. Sakuchi is available, but it's not going to be enough. The torrent hits, they'll get the kill. So Fee, he's having a really bad time right now. He just can't seem to get out of these situations.
Tower is under attack.
His time lapse was on cooldown at the time as well. Now they're having a go. They find Lass. The chains are there, and that should be an easy kill coming out onto Lass from Sufficient. In fact, Avil will pick that one up himself. It's 5-6 now. Again, a fairly even game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Tier 1 tower will be dropping relatively quickly from EVOS. However, Cox, he's set up a bunch of wards here, and they're going to deal a lot of damage, and they're going to tank a lot as well. So the tier 1 mid will be the first to drop, and Young Minds will pick that one up. The bot tower won't be too far behind in dropping, that is.
Illusion!
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Ember strength now rekindled.
B. Struggling with farm, as you can see, quite a lot. Let's bring up this net worth graph, and well, he's below the middle. That's not what you want from your safe lane Weaver.
Is under attack.
They've got to try and help out B-Boy a bit at least, because he just has no space at the moment.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Leisu gonna go in. EA could be in trouble. Gets silenced up. This could be a big kill for them. Sakuchi comes in. The torrent the boat as well, though. They will get a kill. Leisu will cop the boat. Lass will back off immediately. Can they find Keys? They've got the void available. They can cancel the TP. The glimpse back as well, and Keys will be dropping. That was a very quick TP from Keys, in fact. But two go down for the side of the Radiant, and that's exactly what EVOS needed right now. Sufficient even finds Cox in the mid lane, apparently. That was absolutely massive. This really opens up the map as well for Weaver to be able to just farm a bit.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And obviously gets a bit of a gold swing their way. Unlike the Weaver, however, Sufficient has been farming very well. He's been finding the kills. In fact, hold on a minute. EA, they'll find another one. It looks like he found the coil, but the Ravage was there, and now he's silenced up. He will go down. Lass will be going down as well. And Lass, he did get the kill onto Luck, but he'll drop. And I would not call that worth it. A support for two, well, a Puck and a AA. Now Leisu's here. They do know it thanks to Keys. The tier 1 mid will end up dropping Sufficient. We'll take that himself. The tier 1 top will be the next target.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And again, like, this is the playstyle we know from EVOS.
A gift from the tempest of
They take down all your tier 1s and tier 2s and then take over the map, but we saw that last game as well. I said the exact same thing last game. And we all saw what happened. Oh. B, he just copped so much damage from that Puck in an instant. He does have that ring of health, but it is a slow heal. He will just back off out of that. So there might be a bit of a gank or a smoke coming out from the side of Young Minds. They have grouped up. The smoke is on Keys. Payson will just push this mid out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Smoke not being used quite yet from Young Minds. Because the mid lane's still being pushed in by Sufficient. In fact, he'll go down to the bot lane. Try and find EA. He does have a haste rune. Meanwhile, top lane, Leisu gets caught out here. The torrent, the boat, all of it's coming in for him. And he will cop it all. He will end up dropping. Can they get the Fee Boy out though? No, he cops the coil. He's in big trouble now. He TP's out. Can they stop it? No. Oh, yes, they can. The Roar is there. And they get the Entangle as well. He'll just drop. Beautifully timed by Payson. And 2 go down for the side of EVOS now. Evil was pushing that bot lane, but it doesn't really matter. As a Tide Hunter, you can't really siege towers very fast. He's going to try and defend this top, try and deny it even. Sufficient's going to come in as well and try and force them back. If they can get this boar in, or get the bear, it might be worth it. Payson will back off as well. Looks like they cannot find the bear and it will be safe. Yeah, I thought he was going to ravage for a second. Oh, there is a glimpse back though. They do find the puck. There is a static storm and it's an easy kill and a good one at that. Leisu now has that urn as well. So he can really help his team heal up while they're sieging. Instead of going back to Fountain or Shrines to try and reset. Blade Mail available on Sufficient. Fee, he's got a Hood of Defiance. He just wants to be able to survive right now.
A golden thread.
Feel very tanky with the pipe as well, and that was a very quick pipe. They are going to go in on him. The bow comes out, the A ultimate as well. It might be too much for him. He's going to try and tank this as best he can, but it's just way too much damage. He pipes up. It's a bit too late though, and he will end up going down. So 9-12. EVOS do have a small lead in terms of net worth and kills. Mostly due to the Ember Spirit. Sufficient has been farming very well and he's been finding a lot of kills on the map. In fact, he's found 5 and he's died once. How's Cox doing on the Venom? He's got a Hood of Defiance himself. He's going for a 4-star. He went for a very early Midas, which may have something to do with the slower kind of farm, but he will start to speed up now. Generally, when you get a Midas, you know, your farm starts to escalate quite a bit. Sufficient. Going to continue the push.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Very hard to catch an Ember Spirit as well. The Cold Feet did go out, but I don't think it will get him, and it won't. And he'll just remnant out as soon as he sees a TP rotation come in.
Patience from Zoe.
Bounty! Never refuse
See,
good.
could be in trouble. EA, he's looking for it. Oh, EA jumps in as well. The chain's there. He did all bad at the end of the day, but the Remnant straight away coming out from Sufficient. And EA should end up dropping here. He does have the core and does commit it, but it's a real waste unless his team gets there in time. And it looks like they're hesitating a bit. Keys, he's going to start it off. The X is there. The time lapse is available from the Fee Boy, and they will not make anything happen from this fight. EA will end up dropping. It looks like they're really afraid, it feels like, of this Ember Spirit who's just dishing so much damage out right now. Lone Druid, I think he lost his bear as well. I'm not sure who he lost it to. No, never mind. He hasn't lost it. It's got the Radiance though now, so he can start split pushing with that.
Bottom tower is under attack.
And obviously, we all know you do not want to let a Lone Druid go way too late with a bear. Because when this happens, when he's got the Radiance, he can just start split pushing. And you never really win the split push game against a Lone Druid unless you kill the bear multiple times. It's a very well timed Radiance as well.
Scanning.
We can see Evil trying to go for the Guardian Greaves now. Trying to help his team out during those team fights with the heal and the mana, of course. A lot of split push in this game though. Sufficient. Not wanting to engage right now. But of course he only had one remnant available, now he has two. You always want to really make sure you've got a few available before you try and make any jumps happen. You don't want to give away all that burst damage for nothing. Smoke comes out. EVOS. They're going to have a go here.
Go for me.
Luck. Placing wards, he does see them now. This could be a massive team fight coming out from either team, but it looks like EVOS have got the advantage here. Keys will be jumped on. Kinetic Foot comes out as well. Where's the rest of his team? It looks like they'll just let him go. I guess it doesn't matter too much if your position 4 Kunkka goes down at the end of the day. But this could mean an easy tier 2 coming out for EVOS.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's playing around with them a bit. He's got the Fusel Blade now as well, so he has put up a lot in farm.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Again, that bear being very frustrating. Just ticking down Sufficient slowly. In fact, they're going to go for a gank here. Sufficient, not aware of what's going on. He does have a remnant and he will get out of there immediately. That definitely was a smart decision. Now Roshan being taken, and I don't think young minds know about this. It is a very early Roshan to be taken. There is a ward there, so they should know. Or that maybe they just don't want to fight into a Ravage that's available, as well as the pipe from the Tidehunter. Static Storm's there as well as the Kinetic Field. The A ultimate does connect. Now the Torrent as well. Avil could be in trouble. He gets bashed up by Roshan. X back. Which way will they go? The Fee will be the first one in, although he might just die if he's not careful. He needs a time lapse and he will not get it. No, he will be okay for the time being. Leisu running in. Still, nobody wants to really engage quite yet. Roshan still being taken down now by Veno wards. So Cox ensuring that there's always going to be that vision in the Roche pit now. And very slowly ticking down that Roshan.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Leisu. Still running around. Just got that Solar Crest available. That's what allowed them to take down that Roshan's health so fast. Roshan is still very low, but he will eventually heal up to max if you don't return. And it looks like no one is really interested in returning at this point. They do find the Ember. They do silence him as well with EA, but he'll be absolutely fine. Again, he could just remnant out if he really wanted to.
Never refuse gold given.
Roche Pit is still a hot topic between both teams right now.
This sustains, gold remains.
And Bill almost got that full Guardian Greaves. Not blame meanwhile. That bear still being frustrating. Sufficient. Sufficient just is trying to push this top lane back out, but this lone druid, Payson, not allowing him to. And this really makes it so you can't take the Roshan, because it opens up your jungle to the Radiant, which means they have multiple ways to get to that Roche pit. Still, they try to push this top. It's just such a headache to watch. You know, the lone druid bear is just going to keep going there and keep doing what he's doing, and it's you can never really back off. Like, you just continue to have to go back and defend that. Actually, beautiful chains coming out. Now the remnants as well. So much damage from Sufficient. They're going to take down 3 out of nowhere. Payson's going to drop as well. And now they found another in the Venomancer. And this is massive. They find the glimpse, the Static Stormer. What the hell just happened? They just found and blew them up completely. Team EVOS with the 4-man wipe. The only one left is EA. And he's not going to be able to take down these 5 heroes of the Roche pit by himself. I don't believe they'll be able to respawn in time to take down the, will try and defend the Roche. And it will go down. The Aegis will go to Sufficient, of course. 9-18 now with the 8k net worth lead. They want to start making these big pushes happen. We have to note, Fee, he did not go for a Desolator, which means that their pushing ability has been, you know, altered somewhat. Sufficient has his own Radiance now. Maybe they're comfortable with just being able to team fight now because it's so much damage from Sufficient. There's just so much tick damage, you can't stand around the poor bloke. Tier 2 will go down. There's only one left and it's at that top tower. Oh, they found Park. Can they cancel? Oh, the chains wasn't there. He barely misses the chain. Had he gotten that though, EA would have gone down 100% thanks to that Static Storm that was available. Looking to go after Lass. He does have the diffusal if necessary, but doesn't want to use it. And there was the rest of the team behind him anyway. I have to keep track of Payson's bear, who's still farming jungle camps. He went for the Mask of Madness as well. So that thing hits really fast. Can see Cox hasn't farmed nearly as well as he did last game.
Bounty.
Oh, who are they going on? They found the Lone Druid Bear. That's a massive kill if they can get it again. And can they? Yes, they can do it very easily. In fact, now they're going to keep going. They do get the X time, but the Ravage comes in and misses everyone. No, it actually gets the Kunkka. And can they find Cox? No, they cannot. But 2 go down nevertheless for Young Minds. There is EA in the back lines pushing up the creep wave, but he gets glimpsed back. The Static Storm is saved just for him. And he should drop, and he will. He's still looking for some stragglers. But this tier 2's gone. Everyone else in the Radiant is just like, nope. Not going to stay around that area. Sufficient copying a bit too much damage. Unfortunately for him, EA took out his creep wave. Luckily for him though, he can Remnant back. Just BOTs and Remnant.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You find the A, now the Gush as well. He's copying a lot of damage. He throws out the ulti, but he does go down just to the chains. Now the Bear's in trouble again. Cox with the Poison Nova though was massive. He gets glimpsed back. Payson, he's still trying to survive through all this. He is a tanky bear, but Sufficient drops his own, drops the Lone Drawer's bear, almost dies himself. Now he does. That Poison Nova just did way too much damage. He doesn't manage to kill off the Lone Drawer. Now Avil trying to TP out. He's so tanky, but gets Yules up at the moment. Now he needs help. Ember, he's coming in. They're going to try and take down EA. And EA, oh, he does not find the Tide. Where the hell did he go? He went down there. Avil still alive, but now Cox is onto him, and he does get him. Although Zephysians found Cox, and it's a lot of tick damage coming out. Cox, he's copping too much. He might just drop it. The Slider Fist is available, as well as the Chains, although he gets Yules up again. EA being a real pain in the neck right now. And in fact, they might find this Ember Spirit, and the pause comes out. Oh, that's a bit of unfortunate timing. The Lone Druid is dead as well. Although he does have buyback, so I guess the pause is viable. Apparently Lass is the one that's experiencing the lag issues. He is back. We'll see if they're ready, but I don't think this Ember Spirit has any way to get out of this situation. In fact, he really just doesn't. He has one charge, so that's all he has, and he can't find anyone. Although he does Slider Fist and Chains. Will not be enough, but he tried his best in possibly the worst situation he could have found himself in. And we find ourselves at 12 to 23. Still a 9k net worth lead for EVOS. They really want that tier 2 at the top lane so they can start chipping at tier 3s. It feels like they have a very slow siege on EVOS though. You know, generally you would see, of course, like I mentioned, that Weaver would usually go for that Deso, but he has not chosen to this game around, and that just, it really makes the siege suffer. They have gone full team fight, which obviously if you win a team fight and the opposing team has no buybacks, the tower's going down regardless, because it just buys you that time, but
Visibility.
you're not guaranteed that team fight at the end of the day. It's like Leisu. He's going to go for that, the bear again. Spirit Bear gets voided up. They're going to try and hold it in place. The Urn is there as well, so he can't go back. Now Avil's there with the Gush. And the Roar is not available because he's silenced now. He's in big trouble, this bear. And the Spirit Bear will drop and is on cooldown for another 69 seconds. Avil actually went for an Aghanim Scepter as well, so he wanted that AoE Gush. Oh, it's efficient. Could be in trouble. Cops the Gale. He does Remnant away, and he will be okay for the time being. The Static Storm, though. They did catch out Venom, but not much damage. Now the Chains, and Leisu is there. He gets torrented up, though. And actually, EA takes out Vision in the backline. Now Leisu might be in trouble. Lass is still alive through all this. The Glimmer Cape is there, but it doesn't matter. The boat connects. Payson, Vil's joined in. He took out Lass at the end of the day, but Payson's still there. Looks like, yeah, Leisu will end up dropping. Vil, they're still going for this. The Ravage is still up. EA is just being a pain. Although he might just drop. So much damage comes out of that of the Weaver. He does phase shift. The Gush does end up missing, and he will actually drop.
With you to be rewoven.
And it looks like the side of the die are going to keep going. They found Payson. The Gush connects as well. And that minus armor is quite a lot. The Ravage is there. The Anchor Smash. Payson's still there, and they know it. And he does end up dropping. And he has no buyback as well, mind you. And they do ping that tier 2. They want to finish that off immediately.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Backdoor protection kicking in for Fee. And now the towers are starting to take a lot more damage. Sufficient's up as well. Where are these guys going to go? It looks like they might rotate to the Roshan, which isn't available. Alternatively, though, I don't think they want to have another, another game one. They don't want to throw their lead away anymore. They want to ensure they can close this game out, and I think they're going to continue this aggression while they can.
Never refuse gold given.
Vil still hasn't finished the Guardian Greaves. He chose to go for the Aghanim Scepter instead.
Full damage.
But it did seem to pay off in some ways. The minus armor is a lot. The damage isn't that much, but when you're throwing that minus armor out there that often, as well as the slow, it does make it worth it. Coil is broken, but Sufficient is perfectly fine. Now they're going to go for a team fight, it looks like. Vil's coming in. Does he have the Ravage? No, he doesn't. Sufficient. Slider Fist, no chains came out though. But this is going to be a bit of a pincer move coming in. They're all stuck in the trees and the Dire know where they are. Sufficient goes in with the chains and the Slider Fist. Fuels up. Can they find someone? It looks like Fee will end up dropping. Now the Poison Nova. Static Storm though. It's only caught one and that's a lone Druid. Who are they going to get here? Lacer's in big trouble. He's dropping pretty fast. They did get the lone Druid. Keys will drop as well. It's 2 for 2 right now. EA trying to get out of there, and it looks like Lass will be the next target, and he will drop pretty easily, and Sufficient will take care of that one. That's a triple kill for him, in fact. He got all the kills. He's still alive through all this. No, he ended up buying back. My apologies. So we did get a buyback coming out from Feeboy, who died very early on. And he's going to start making the push for that bot tower. Sufficient probably will be out to help very soon. Still about 10 seconds of cooldown left on that Boots of Travel, but still a bit of chip damage can be done by the Feeboy. There will be a defense attempt coming out. Gush comes out. Silence from Clark. EA. Gale as well. Fee's copying a lot of damage, but he has a time lapse, and the Guardian Greaves is now available on a Vil. Sufficient's in the area as well, and this tier 3 will drop very fast if they're not careful. They do call a Vil, and the X as well. The AA ultimate did miss. Slider Fist still coming out. The boat will connect, but a Vil is so tanky right now. Gush again, he has the Ravage if he wants to use it. The Poison Nova is there. There's the Ravage as well. They want to go for a team fight now. Not much damage coming out though from the Weaver, and that Poison Nova is just being a real headache. They will end up backing off on the side of Team EVOS after dropping a Vil.
Tower is under attack.
Just what I need.
Hox starting the push for the tier 2 tower. Roshan will be back up in about 15 seconds. They are scouting it out. Now the Dire know that they went to the Roshan pit. They are going to go for a bit of a fight. Leisu. Yules is up. Leisu's in a bit of trouble. The coils did actually miss though. Leisu will be able to walk out of this one. No, the X. The Static Storm is massive though. It's on to 2. Now the Remnants come in, and this is going to be a big one for EVOS. The boat comes in as well to help out, and they've still got the Veno alive. He 4-staffs up, but they've lost their puck. The Glimpse back as well. They have the vision. The chains is there as well as Efficient. He's copying too much damage from the Poison Nova. He has to TP back into the fountain. Now Leisu's left all alone. He's trying to man fight this. He will get the Veno, but he will end up dropping as well. It's a 2 for 2, but it's definitely more worth for EVOS. In fact, they get 3 on the AA, but the Bear, it will get a return kill it looks like, and that was on to luck.
Dire's middle
Fee,
tower is under
he keeps going. He's going to find keys very soon.
So,
And is he going to keep going here? It looks like he will. He throws the bugs out. Payson might be the target though. Dust is there. Now the Torrent as well. Fee, he can take out keys very easily, and he does. The Gush even came in to help out. Diffusal Blade, there's 1 charge left, and he's still going for Payson. The Roar was used. The Remnant comes in, and it looks like Payson's dropping. The Gush as well. And that's massive. That's a full team wipe, in fact, onto Young Minds. Just noticed the Weaver doesn't even have boots, but you don't really need it when you've got Sakuchi.
The rune of illusion.
In fact, he's already level 25. He's got that 200 Sakuchi speed.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The tier 3 bot will be the target. Looks like mid lane they will go for a bit of a fight. Sufficient is split pushing himself, but the tier 3 will drop. Will they continue for the racks though? It looks like they will. Lass, he's about to go down if he's not careful. This Rax is dropping fairly fast. Sufficient's being a pain as well though. He almost drops. And Fee doesn't look like he really wanted to back off that early, but he will do so. Although they might turn around. Luck, Glimmer Cape comes in. They know he's there. Leisu. All of the chains, not there yet. They did find one. Who is that? That's Weaver. The Ravage comes out though, connects onto 2. They'll want to go for the Veno. They've silenced him up. No poison over quite yet. And the Static Storm, the chains as well. They can't hold him in place. Now the Static Storm again, but he runs through it. The poison over does come out, but it looks like he will end up dropping. Now Keys is very low as well. He'll drop as well. And it's 2 down for the side of the Radiant. This will be the Millirax at the least. The Bears coming in. And actually, Zavishan might drop here if he's not too careful. He needs to get the hell out, but he's got no BOTs. He's trying to avoid as much of the damage as he can, but the A ultimate barely dodged. Avil, he needs to get out now as well, although he looks like he'll be okay. He does have the Guardian Greaves available in 15 as well, if his team need the heals, and they do. But the Rax is gone, the melee Rax. And that's really what they came for.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Roshan's up as well, of course, and they find themselves a nice little double damage rune to help out with that Roshan kill. So you couldn't have asked for a better trade right there. Get a melee Rax, get the hell out with your full team, then get a Roshan with a double damage. Hey, ultimate though, might kill Sufficient. Oh, the coil, they do kill him off. Fee will still pick up the Aegis, of course, so there will be no steal. They do want to keep going. They do not want to stop the momentum. And he finds EA, the Fee boy. Can he take him out, though? Doesn't want to commit down that lane. Lone Druid looks like he's going for the Aghanim Scepter now. He wants to be able to throw that bear out whenever he wants. Keep it alive, even if he dies. Shrine will be taken out by Fee. One shrine left for the Radiant. And they're losing a lot of map control here.
This sustains, gold remains.
Both teams being very hesitant, very cautious.
Haste.
See? Playing around with him at the moment. EA almost finds him. They really need to be able to take care of this Ember Spirit though. Sufficient feels like the real problem in these team fights. It's just too much damage going to the whole team with the Flame Guard and the Radiance. Not to mention the Sleight of Fists and the chains constantly coming out as well. You can tell they want to go for a second Rax with that Aegis they've got on the Weaver. I believe that Aghanim's Gush is really starting to pay off as well. That minus armor and the slow really helps in these team fights. Because it makes someone like a Weaver with no Deso hit a lot harder than he should be. As well as, of course, Sufficient, who's using that Sleight of Fist constantly. And you can just keep spamming that out every 7 seconds. They found the bear again. The Spirit Bear's just going to drop. Didn't even have any mana left after the Diffusal Bait just ripped it apart. Oh, EA just goes in for the Dagon, but orbs straight out again. The old Slider Fist catches two. Here Dagon's coming out as well. Fee? He finds last, but they catch him as well. Can they get the kill? The silence is there. EA, he's in big trouble right now, and he will back off sufficient though. He jumps straight in. EA still alive through all this. The Ravage comes out. It hits onto 3. They're going to get the Spirit Bear again, and that's the Spirit Bear gone completely. No ability to respawn that. Keys will drop as well. Cox, he's in big trouble. Keys is still alive now. He will end up dropping. Now the glimpse back onto Cox, and Cox is going to drop, it looks like. The kinetic field is just too much. Payson, what can he really do here? The buyback is there. The Lone Druid basically became completely useless. Cox did take out Luck with that Poison Nova. They will take out the Range Racks. They want to keep going though. Now the tier 3 mid gone. Weaver, Aegis is gone as well. The Puck, almost killing a Vil. Cheese is available on the Tidehunter though. Puck, almost about to die. So much damage coming out from this Ember Spirit. Sufficient. Still going. They take down Cox, and that was a buyback. And this is more of the EVOS that we know. And they will end up almost taking down Lone Druid. In fact, they're going to keep going. Sufficient does not want to stop, and he won't. Payson calls GG. He's had enough. He realizes he's completely useless without the Spirit Bear. And that will be a much quicker game 2 than it was at game 1. But nevertheless, 24-41.